You can't judge someone based on the chapter of their life that you walked in. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're doing well. If you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, like and share this video if you enjoy it, and let's get right into it. You can't judge someone based on the chapter of their life that you walked in. Have you really ever thought that you may have joined somebody's life or became part of someone's life when things were great, when things were wonderful? So the version that you got, was this whole rounded person that was great and treated you well. Maybe that situation doesn't work out, and then someone else joined that person's life or joins your life, when you're going through a not so great chapter, and then they have a different version of who you are, and then they go around saying you're not a really nice person, you're not a great person, you're a horrible person. But that's because they've become part of your life when you weren't in a great position, maybe when you're going through seasonal changes, maybe when you weren't your best self mentally, and then someone else joins their life and they describe you differently. Moral of the story here is you can't judge someone as a whole based on the chapter that you've walked in. Sometimes people will be in a relationship or they'll be business partners with someone, let's say someone who's currently having a hard time, someone who's not at their best mentally, someone who maybe at that point got well guarded, so they're not really showing their emotions, and then that relationship ends and they walk around saying that person is emotionally available. That's how they describe that person, as not being emotionally available. But the truth is, maybe your partner at the time was going through a difficult situation. Maybe at the time they weren't ready for a relationship. Maybe at the time they had so much going on that they couldn't fully commit to your business together. So you have to understand that life changes. There's seasonal changes. You may have probably got examples where you've lost your friends along the way, people that you thought were your best friends, people that you thought were going to be in your life forever, people that you thought you were friends from when you were born. You thought they were going to be your bridesmaids, your groomsmen, whatever. You thought they were going to be in your life forever, but then it doesn't work out that way. So you can't particularly judge that person, move on in life thinking, oh, they're a horrible person. You may have been involved in a time when they weren't ready. For example, we see situations in relationship once again where you be with somebody for years, and let's say you've always wanted to start a family and they don't want children. So when that relationship breaks down and they move on and be with someone else, and then you wonder why they married them so quickly and they had children, that's because you were involved in a seasonal time when they weren't ready. You were involved in a seasonal time when they weren't particularly able to commit, where they weren't particularly able to give you what you wanted. But because their life has changed, their season has now changed, they've met someone else, it seems like they've given them what you've always wanted. But the truth is, the time has changed, season has changed. You were involved for one particular time, now it's another season, now it's another time. So the truth is, you can't judge someone based on what they didn't give you or based on how your chapter turned out. You can't judge the whole book based on one chapter that you were involved in. So you have that in mind when relationships haven't worked out, when you've lost friendships along the way that you thought were going to last forever, where maybe you and your family aren't in the best of terms. Times change. There may be a season where you're in the best of terms. There may be a time where your long lost friendship come together and mend again. That's because things are always changing. So don't beat yourself up. Don't just judge people because of what happened in that chapter. People's lives have so many chapters. Your life has a bigger chapter. Your life is always changing. So make sure that you're not beating yourself up because of what's happened, or you're not judging other people because of the chapter that you've walked in. And within seasonal changes, you will lose people along the way that you thought were going to be there forever. But the truth is, they may have served their purpose within your life. They may have given everything that they could. You may have gotten everything or given everything that you could within that relationship. And you may have grown apart because you've changed as human beings. It doesn't necessarily mean that there's conflict. It doesn't mean that someone did something. Sometimes relationships just end. Sometimes friendships just end without any particular reason, and you can't hold on to that. You can't then take away from the fact that they were a great person before. You can't take away from the whole book. All that matters is, who is that person really, Are they kind? Are they genuine? How are they treating other people? And think about how your story ended. Does that align? If they're a kind person generally, you can't take that away from them because a situation happened within your relationship. You have to be honest and make sure that you're not judging everyone. Take somebody as a whole book. How does the whole book look? How are they with other people? How are they caring? Do they love others? Do they put other people's needs before theirs? How are they treating you? How do they treat your family? How did you treat them? That's all that counts, not how did that one chapter turn out. So you have to be careful that and know that people's lives changed. You may have been involved in a situation where they weren't ready. You may have been the one that wasn't ready. It's just life. There will be seasonal changes. You will lose people along the way. You make new friendships along the way, and that's just how life goes. Okay, thank you for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next one.